Lots of people out there are trying to do breathing exercises to either train their mind, calm their body, influence their nervous system one way or another, but most of them are going to miss the mark simply because of one thing. It's really not about the breathing oxygen part. It's all about the brain and the body, but more specifically, the asymmetrical brain and body, because you have two hemispheres of the brain that are not the same. You have two diaphragms in the body that are not the same. And we have a dominant pattern and a non-dominant pattern. If you don't know that you're already existing in the dominant pattern, like David here, you're simply breathing and reinforcing the dominant pattern, which is going to have limited influence on how much you can really make use of these breathing exercises. At the end of the video, I am going to demonstrate a breathing technique called alternate nasal breathing. It comes from yoga. It's going to be done slightly modified to fit the fact that you're not a symmetrical human. The intention there, it's not a complete program. It's not going to make all your issues go away. That there is one reason for it to exist, and it is to calm the nervous system. It is to take you from a more fight or flight type of state to a more parasympathetic, rest and digest type of state. The alternate nasal breathing, the next part of this video is going to explain why you would want to do it. You want to understand the physiology behind it. I don't understand why anyone would want to do any exercise in general without understanding why you're doing it. But it comes from a study. There's a study here called Physiology of Nostril Breathing Exercises, and its probable relation with nostril and cerebral dominance, meaning brain dominance, right hemisphere, left hemisphere, and how you breathe through different nostrils stimulates and balances the activity between these two hemispheres, because you don't want to be stuck in that state of left hemisphere dominance. So by alternating the nasal cycle or alternating the nasal breathing, how you're breathing can help rebalance, at least temporarily, the activity going on between those two hemispheres and help rebalance your autonomic nervous system, at least temporarily. In postural restoration, there is a course called Cranial Resolution, an integrated approach to the treatment of autonomic and central nervous system dysfunctional oscillation. That's a lot, but what it basically means is everything in the human experience, everything in the human body, in our physiology, has to go through cycles: up, down, left, right, increase, decrease, zoom in, zoom out. That's a sense of two. You have to, right side of the body, left side of the body. We could end the discussion right there. That's all you need to know. Alternation. Someone stuck on the right side, on one side of the gait cycle, is not alternating. You cannot balance your nervous system effectively once you cannot move effectively, breathe effectively, think effectively if you don't have two sides of your body to stimulate two hemispheres of the brain. Because we know we're going to default to the left hemisphere of the brain, right side of the body. That's your master. That's the one that's going to constantly take over. But now it upsets all your physiologic function. So we have something called the basic rest activity cycle, BRAC. It's really influenced by the autonomic nervous system and things in the brainstem. This is not something you consciously control. Remember, this is the really important point is you don't control this. You ego, whatever your name is, John, Mary, David, you don't control this. This is all going on beneath your consciousness. And when it gets disrupted, that's when you start to have pain. That's when you start to have anxiety, depression, whatever. Your basic physiology has gotten thrown off, most likely because you're no longer alternating your cycles. So the nasal cycle consists of one nostril being more constricted and one more open, and it fluctuates periodically throughout the day, as all of these do. It's in a state of fluctuation. One nostril is more available to breathe for an hour and a half, 2 hours, and then it switches. That is what alternate nasal breathe, and what is that telling you? That one side is more sympathetic, fight or flighty, and the other side is more parasympathetic, rest and digesty, okay? Though that autonomic nervous system has to go through those stages, those fluctuations. People who are stuck, who are tight, or if they have a straight leg raise, that's through the roof, like you feel nothing in their legs. There's no resistance. I've done a video on this a couple weeks ago. They are not cycling. They're stuck in one state. You should go through cycles of tension and relaxation. Tension is not bad. You just got to be able to go into a state of relaxation. You have to alternate. That is normal human brain body function. When we become patterned excessively on one side, that whole system falls apart and we're no longer oscillating. We're no longer transitioning between states. We stay stuck in one state, and that's our downfall. So the nasal cycle is a basic example of the basic rest activity cycle, the BRAC cycle. Hemispheric dominance, even though the left hemisphere of the brain is the dominant hemisphere, even with that underlying dominance, there's periods of right hemisphere dominance, left hemisphere dominance, alternation, depending on how you're engaging with the world, whether you're engaging with the outside world, whether you're thinking about yourself. Your brain is constantly taking its focus out, zooming in or zooming out. Zooming into the external world, zooming out of the external world, zooming into the internal world, it's called your default mode network, and then zooming out. And it's constantly shifting. Perception, awareness, all those things are constantly in a state of flux. They call them microcycles, and they happen really, really fast. Arousal, sometimes you're more aroused, sometimes you're not as aroused. Sometimes you're able to pay really close attention. Other times, it's like, oh, I can't pay attention anymore. There's nothing wrong with you when that happens. That's normal activity. Unfortunately for us, we don't have a choice. Modern society makes it so that when the boss says you have to be paying attention, when the teacher says you have to be paying attention, you better be paying attention. Otherwise, if you can't keep up with that, you get penalized. But it's not good for us. That's just for some people it works perfectly well, but not for everybody. And not for everybody, they get left behind often, or people say, oh, what's wrong with you? No. Or their sleep-wake cycle is different. I wake up really early. I like to go to bed really early. I don't dance salsa anymore. I loved it, but I can't do it anymore. It starts so freaking late. I can't, if I'm not out of my house by 8 p.m., I ain't going out. I like to be up by 5 a.m., even on weekends. So our sleep-wake cycles, because everything in salsa world starts way too late. I could do it when I was young, but I was forcing it. But now it's not even worth it. Our stages of sleep, our hormones fluctuate throughout the course of the day. These are all part of the basic rest activity cycle. They're part of your personality. That's what we have to always take into account. The human that's sitting in front of us, not some avatar. We're not all the same. That's why there's no one PRI program or one breathing program or one whatever for every single person, because we are individuals and our neurology, our brain activity, and our physiologic function is different for different people. And if you get stuck with someone who has a completely different schedule than you do, you're going to have some problems. If you remember the David statue standing over on his right leg, on his right hip, he's in right stance. His brain would be sensing the floor, the ground, underneath his right foot more than his left, and that would be stimulating the left hemisphere of his brain. So left hemisphere, right side of the body. That is the dominant pattern in body function and in brain function. That is also associated with being stuck on one side, and that's what posture restoration is trying to treat. So when we're doing this alternate nasal breathing, we're trying to change that relationship, but through breathing. So if you look at this chart, that David statue, he'd be using his left brain, which is keeping him over on his right side. So he'd have the right ground, the right hip, the right diaphragm, and the right nostril, all working pretty strongly as he's over on that right side, feeding more activity into the left hemisphere of the brain, which is already the primary dominant pattern. So we want to just flip that, and the technique is going to show it. What we're going to do is we want to increase the right hemisphere of the brain, the right brain. When I say right brain, I mean right hemisphere. We want to increase that right hemisphere activity. You're not going to really bring the left brain down. It's going to be dominant. It's the dominant side. What we'd actually have to do is bring the right hemisphere up. So when we have, in posture restoration, when we have people trying to shift their pelvis to the left, feeling their left hamstring, their left adductor, using their left diaphragm, we're trying to increase that activity to balance out the system. That's all we're trying to do. That's the whole thing. It all comes down to the breathing aspect and the influence on the hemispheres of the brain. So we want to increase our sense of the ground underneath our left foot, in particular, the left heel. We want to increase our left hip stability, which will allow you to use your left diaphragm more, which will allow you to use your left nostril effectively to then increase activity in the right hemisphere of the brain to balance out the two hemispheres, because that's what the nasal breathing is doing. It's trying to, the alternate nasal breathing, it's not trying to lower the left side, the left hemisphere. It's just trying to balance out the hemispheres. That's all we're trying to do. The left hemisphere of the brain and the right side of the body, they are the dominant sides. They are the dominant hemispheres of each, but they're not evil. They just get too controlling. All we need to do is get your left side of your body and the right side of your brain more, up to date. We got to get it back in the game, and that's what balances out this nervous system activity. Now I'm going to demonstrate the alternating nasal breathing, and we're going to bias our left side, the left side of our body that we want to feel more. I'm going to be sitting on a solid chair. For this particular way of doing it, you want to sit on something kind of solid so you can really feel your left sit bone. You don't want to be on like a couch or a soft chair. You could sit on I'd sit on a chair. Okay, so here's the key. You're going to have one nostril closed and one open. Obviously, through the open nostril, you breathe in, then you close that side, and then you breathe out through the opposite nostril. Now, the way that you're going to put your hand, the way it's described in, I believe, in yoga, is to have the hand, the middle finger and the index finger of your right hand kind of between your eyebrows, kind of on your forehead. So you can use either your pinky or your ring finger to close the left nostril and the thumb to close the right nostril. And you're just alternating those. Okay, so you're going to do it. There's going to be a pause. After each inhalation, you pause 4 seconds. Then you exhale, pause 4 seconds. Inhale, pause 4 seconds. Exhale, pause 4 seconds. So there's a 4-second pause after each inhalation and after each exhalation. Once you go in through the nose on the left, out through the right, in through the right, out through the left. So it's going bump, 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 bump. That's one cycle, and you'll do it for about 6 cycles. Each cycle will take about 20 seconds, roughly, for a grand total of about 2 minutes as you're doing this. So this is what it would look like. I'm going to take a breath. My right nostril is closed to begin. I take a breath, and I'm trying to see the camera as I do this. I take a breath in through my left nostril. Pause 4 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Close the left nostril. Open the right nostril. Breathe out. Pause 4 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe in through the right nostril. Close the right nostril. Open the left. Breathe out through the left. Pause for 4 seconds. And you've completed one full cycle. So you just do that about 6 times. And there's not much more to it than that.